Bueno, bienvenidos. Hello, hello everyone. Welcome. Join us. I hope you can hear me okay. They rushed me over here and I didn't have my microphone, as you could see. So we're live. Join us. Friday evening, 7:09 p.m., August 23, 2024. How's everybody doing? Welcome, guys. I hope you're ready for the weekend. Do you have plans yet? Are you just gonna wing it? Are you gonna chill out, stay home? We had plans tonight of going back to Straw Hat. Something happened. It's very normal in Tulum for bars to all of a sudden get in problems, either who knows, but either political or drug related, because they're nightlife, but we don't know the causes. But they won't be open, unfortunately, this weekend. But we do have premieres of Do You Dares, so if you want to check them out, we are going to have a premiere this evening for our members in Miami TV. But if you were hoping to see us there this weekend, they are not opening. So we will find out why next week and see if we can support them. Hi, members. What's going on, guys? Welcome. Seattle. You're telling me to go to the Seattle Space Needle? Yes, I'm going to be in Seattle just for a day, actually. So I know that's like the #1 place where people say that you need to eat there. But for some reason, I'm not huge. When I went to Dubai, I did the whole, I don't know, are they all called Space Needles? I don't know. But, they're really high buildings where you have lunch or dinner in. And I'm not a big fan of cities. So when you tell me to go to a mirador, which is what it's called in Spanish, so it's like a view in place. It's like, yay, okay. Unless I'm gonna see the beach, like in Dubai, it's different. But if it's just to see a city, I mean, I get it. People say, "Wow, what a gorgeous city," but for me, it's just a bunch of cement. Honestly, I'd rather be hiking on a mountain or near a volcano. I've never hiked near a volcano, but I'm just saying I'd rather be. I'm a nature lover, you guys, and I feel like when you live in nature for so long, same thing, you kind of just lose the love for the cement cities. So yeah, that's why we choose to live in the jungle. All right, let me see if we can get the chat opened on our right, see if I can start reading you, and let's begin with tonight's topic. If you have anything you would like me to discuss, let me know in our chats, either on YouTube or Facebook. Bienvenidos, amigos. Good evening. Happy Friday. Friday. Isn't that it's called Friday? Tan hermosa. Brian, saludos. Hola, Alan. I didn't know Miami is CST time. No, we're in Tulum right now. So, buenas noches, Lucas. Bienvenidos. I see you guys. Hi, Cavern. Wow. Happy Friday. Thank you for your beautiful, positive energy. You're the best. Love you. Thanks, Jerry. It's good. It's good to give you guys good vibes. It's like we're going through this. I don't know if you felt it. So this week, okay, starting like yesterday or the night before, there's a good wave of energy coming in. After this week, so let's say after 3 days from now or so, we're going to have some negative waves coming back in. So this has to do with the astros. It has to do with the way that the planets are aligning and how much basically like wavelength we're getting from negativity or positivity. So if you need to do any important decisions, make sure you do them in the next coming days, and then try to chill out. You might notice that your focus is a little off. You might notice that you get distracted easily, or that your mood isn't the same. You might feel tired or just uneased. But I think the #1 characteristic that you feel when the energies are not in your favor are confusion and indecision. So that's why I'm saying it's good to make decisions with when the energies are aligned in your favor. When the energies of the Astros are coming in negative, unfortunately, these are the days where you need to just chill out. Don't take anything personal, take deep breaths and don't make life-changing decisions that you might regret later because you can go to a volcano in Canary Islands. Oh, okay. Hello from Houston. Hello, Jason. Hi, Atif, Edu. Welcome, guys. Boa noite. ¿Cómo están? But yeah, it's a thing, it's a thing with energies and the days that the good energies come in and days that energies are not in favor. We have our meditators for that, so they told us, the next coming days is going to be great. And then, no more energy work. So even for us that work with energy, it's almost like when people use the full moon to work with energy, it's the same thing. But yeah, just explaining why you might have been feeling any of these feelings in the past couple of days. There's a lot more shakenness happening in the negative area than the positive, unfortunately. Hi, Dedra. Good to see you. I'm great. How are you? Hi, Kevin. Welcome from Pakistan. Hello. Ooh, that was, you said Pakistan for some reason. This came to my mind. So I know it's not you guys, but let me read this because this is crazy. I can't show you a picture, unfortunately, but there's the Taliban, which is, nobody likes them. They're horrible. So today they actually came out with a law where women are not allowed to show any of their body parts, even your fingers, your eyes, nothing, absolutely nothing. Do you guys remember when Kanye West came out with his I think it was his girlfriend that was totally covered? That's kind of how they are now. So there's this images on Twitter where you can see all the women going to, I guess it looks like a class, and they have gloves on their hands, right? And even their eyes are covered. So I guess they have some kind of sheer. Could you imagine how bad that's going to be on their eyesight? I mean, it's like forcing yourself to look through a sheer veil. Wow, these are the kind of people that I'm literally saying, Palestinians, Talibans. I think these are probably one of the worst people in the world. Because this is just censoring women, but I mean the things that they do, they've been face to face with people that we personally know with holding guns to their heads, and there's no light in them. There's absolutely, literally no light in Talibans. But how horrible that these things still exist in this century that we're still living in. Hopefully one day, positivity will reign over those areas of the world and change their minds, or something will just kind of come and wipe them all out and no more Talibans in the world. But another thing, they're denying them, bueno, no puedo saberlo. Me dicen el ruido, yo no me estoy escuchando. Another thing is that, sorry if that was static, another thing is that they can't speak in public. So apparently the voice of a woman is disturbing or tempting. So I think that there's a little bit of understanding towards what the sexual energy of the woman really is in these kind of religions, where that they're really, really afraid of it because women have a really, power. And we know that your voice is power, and the purer your channel, the purer your voice energy. Same thing with the eyes. That's why they don't allow people to, they're covering their eyes now. So it's like taking this concept of knowing how powerful the woman is and basically just shutting it down. And it's a man's world, right? This is how the Taliban is. So it's really sad because there's so many people suffering in these locations. It's probably one of those locations that when there's people that work with energy really focus on sending good vibes towards those places because of the amount of families that are suffering, trying to escape, and they can't escape from these mercenaries, because that's what they are. Cold-blooded killers, basically. So yeah, anyway, I don't know, just something that I read today, and I was like, oh my God. We would think that we would be going forward, but they're not going forward at all. And on top of that, they have all the military that the US left behind, right? It was more expensive for them to bring it back home than to just leave them there. So eventually they just armed a whole bunch of Palestinians. What? Sorry, I keep saying Palestinians. Sorry, Taliban's. Sorry. Okay, it's all about patrimony, male control. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. They're afraid of women. I get it. You know, women are very powerful. We are powerful. You look like you have. Hello. How are you? Hoy, boa noite. Todo es patrimonio, absolutamente. Okay, guys, let's go to our topic for tonight. Human beings are energy. There are certain cultures that don't know how to manage that. I did notice when traveling to the Middle East, going specifically to Egypt, that they have a really high amount of information when it comes to the topic of energy, but they're not allowed to speak about it in public. So I was personally able to speak to a lot of Egyptians about energy, and they have it very clear. Everything that we talk about sexual energy, they know. And if you look at history and, Egypt and even statues that have been dug up, basically, there's a huge story. I mean, look at the era of Cleopatra. Look at the images of where you see everybody naked or having orgies. So there's this really, really strong fear of female energy in these places. But at the same time, not necessarily fear, I don't want to generalize, right? But not necessarily fear alone. It's just respect of saying, well, women have to be pure, and if they're pure, they have to be only of one man. So I feel like, in a sense, when I went to Egypt, it was like, you guys really get it. So okay, I get it. You know, you're trying to protect the pureness of the woman, which is great. But then again, there should be a free will, right? Where they kind of just decide what they want to do with their life. So in a way, it's like not really knowing what to do. So it's just, let's control them so they don't get out of hand, and our women are pure. So it's much more normal to find pure women in these places, for example, like Egypt, right, than if you go to like Colombia. If you know what I mean. So I saw it like this. I'm like, okay, like I was trying to understand their methods of how they see things. And it made sense because they really do know the importance of female energy and how they lose it if they're promiscuous. So it's a way of protecting the integrity of the woman. It's a way of protecting their energy to just maintain itself pure. But the irony of it is that when I went to Egypt, it was Ramadan. Okay, so we had one particular guide, and he was really, really cool. And it wasn't the only person. Probably like 2 or 3 guides that we spoke to, they would say, no, up to 5 o'clock, you cannot see a woman, you cannot drink, you cannot eat. And the guy would be like almost passing out. And I'm like, you can have some water. Nope, because they're purging. But after 5 o'clock, they can go sleep with a prostitute. Yes, there's prostitutes in these countries, by the way. When he said that to me, I was like, what? He's like, oh yeah. He's like, we even watch porn. It's not allowed. It's illegal. But everybody has porn on their on their phones. I was like, oh my God, what an irony, right? It's like, yeah, there's places where you can go and you could hire women for sex. So. So it's like, okay, so you're purging from one time to the other, time to time. I don't know exactly. I try to forget the things that I'm not interested in. Sorry. But after that, you could go crazy and do whatever you want, right? So how silly? Like how it's really silly. Buenas noches. La energía sexual es la más poderosa que la energía atómica. Sí. Bueno, creo que la energía sexual puede convertirse en una bomba atómica. Because sexual energy is more powerful than an atomic energy. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think that sexual energy can become maybe an atomic energy. Have you seen the camels? They're always in a bad mood. They always have a hump on them. The camels that I saw, some of them you could see that they were really well treated, and others not so much. I did get a chance to be with a person in one tour that had horses, and he definitely took care of them. Like he would say, if I don't take care of them, they don't feed me, so I have to really, so he would give them breaks, and he would make sure that they got water and everything. But not everybody's like that. So yeah, you got to look at these things and support the people that are actually doing good by the animals, of course. I did not like the camel tour. I thought it was stupid to the sense that it's way expensive to the fact that they'll say there's no more charges, and then you get wherever you go, they'll say it's $50 for a picture. It's like, excuse me. So there's such desperation to get money out of you that it's not tourist friendly, to be honest with you. So if you see people out of the actual franchise of the tourism, which is like there's one person in charge of all of those camels, right, and the families, I suggest you go to the individual one, right, to the one that's actually independent and doing his own gig and has been raised there and living there since they were younger, because you're gonna get the nice stories. You're gonna get the real stories, the ones where they tell you this was made by aliens. Please don't tell anybody I'm saying this. I used to see ships. I used to go up to the pyramid when I was a kid until they stopped us from doing it. And then they'll take you to a place, maybe 1 kilometer or 2 from the pyramids, and show you a perfectly cut square tunnel that goes to the bottom of the pyramids. I'm like, how is it possible that, how do you cut sand to begin with? Like, How is it possible to cut sand? I took a picture of it. I should find it and show it to you guys, because he's like, they filled it with dirt now. They couldn't even fill it with sand. They filled it with dirt. Sorry, not dirt, trash. So it was basically like a trash can. But it's like something laser cut the sand in 4, and he's like, yeah, these go all the way towards underneath the pyramids, and they're trying to hide it because they don't want people to find this out. So always go for the independent guys. They're good. Saludos, gracias. Saludos, Argentina. ¿Cómo estamos? Okay, guys. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi, Mark. Jenny, I came across this fascinating little piece by a fellow named Sanjay Sabnis, who describes himself as a yoga practitioner and a seeker of science behind spirituality. Though it might make a good subject for discussion, maybe, quantum physics tells us that everything in this universe, including we humans, is made up of vibration of energy. Our mind is an energy field that surrounds us. It is not inside what we perceive to be our body. Rather, the body is inside of the mind. Interesting. Similarly, the mind is not located inside of the brain. The brain is located inside of the mind. Our eyes, ears, and nose, skin, and tongue are merely instruments through which we perceive the world. That's beautiful. Yeah, makes sense. Events are recorded in the mental field around us, and memories and the workings of the subconscious mind are all stored in that energy field. Nothing is solid. At the quantum level, there is no difference between us as an individual. We are all just walking and talking swirls of energy. What do you think about that? I've never heard about this guy. What's his name? Let's go back. His name is Sanjay Sabnis. Okay. Then again, I'm really bad with names, so maybe if I see him. I like this. Our mind is an energy field that surrounds us. It is not inside what we perceive to be our body. Rather, the body is inside of the mind. I mean, it's kind of contradicting, but it could make sense. Why not? I mean, yes, we are swirls of energy, and we are all connected. I like to see us, other than a swirl of energy, which makes sense, but I like to see us as like this little network, right? You know, when you see like the Matrix, right? Or you see a grid, when they're showing you something with internet, they're showing you a grid and how the lines of frequencies connect, and you have these little dots, right? So satellite, okay? Imagine the Starlink satellite system. I like to see humans like this. Like, we are an energy grid. Each one of us is, like Sanjay said, a swirl of energy. So some of us have our potency a little higher because we've known how to manage our energy and increase it. Others are a little lower, but at the end of the day, we are all connected. And let's say we have 2 of these grids, one being a negative grid, which is basically where negativity is trafficked, right? Kind of like the dark web and the black market. And the other one is the grid of light, right? where people are working to help each other, to progress, to become better human beings, and to make a difference in this planet so that things go better. So we are connected in a sense of frequencies and vibrations, of course. But imagine each one of you, like if we're seeing the world from another planet and we're seeing this planet from above, like we had it in our hands. You have millions and millions and millions of people, or billions. I don't know how many people in the world. How many people in the world? Like little dots, right? Some really stand out, some don't, and they just unite together, and they make the frequency of the planet. So that's how I see it. How do you see it? Fun fact: the longest living humans live on islands because they feed on fish, shellfish, seaweed, nuts, and berries. Nice. Berries are so healthy. Guys, anything that is purple or red or pink, any kind of fruit or vegetable that you can consume that has these colors really strong are super, super healthy with you. Okay, same thing with the greens, of course. Jenny, la energía sexual es la energía más fuerte que nosotros seres humanos tenemos. Pues es la energía creadora, por lo tanto podríamos decir que es la fuente de la energía, pero lo que lo dirige es la mente, ¿no? Las pirámides concentran gran energía. Sí, lamentablemente ya no tanto como antes. Las pirámides están, desde que fueron vandalizadas hace muchísimos años atrás y les quitaron los minerales, creo que por eso también le quitaron los minerales, porque saben justamente la fuerza que eran esas piedras, como por ejemplo el alabastro. Yo tengo aquí una nubis de alabastro, que es justamente de la piedra de la pirámide, que ya no tiene, o sea, la pirámide de Egipto, por ejemplo, no tiene más piedra de alabastro, está completamente vandalizada, y el oro que tenía también en la punta se lo quitaron, y todo el mineral que tenía, que realmente era lo que irradiaba la energía, ¿dónde están? Están en las mezquitas, la mezquita más grande del mundo. Yo no quise ir a la mezquita justamente por eso, dije, no, que voy a ir ¡ay, qué bonito! Y es algo que te están vendiendo una religión que no es. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué agarraron de las pirámides esas minerales? Obviamente porque eran poderosas. Entonces, es cierto que la ropa negra no es buen aliado para la energía positiva. No es nada del otro mundo, pero si la usas mucho, sí, como que, o sea, es mejor usar ropa clara, ¿no? Pero no te voy a decir de que, vas a ser negativo porque usas negro. Is it true that black clothing is bad for your energy, for positive energy? Not necessarily, but if you wear it all the time, yes, it will attract more negative. So it doesn't mean that you can't wear black. You can wear black. It's just that make sure, most of your colors in your wardrobe are light colors. White is always going to be, kind of like that space to be open to receive other colors. Fun fact, if you take LSD, you will see swirls of energy, and that humans are but cells of light amongst an enormous eternal energy source. Bingo. I think that's why they're all illegal, right? I had some blackberries today. They are nice in a crumble. Nice. Yeah, they're great. A beautiful girl in the world.